How do you know if you're entering perimenopause, and why should you care? If you're over 38, still getting regular cycle, still performing at work, still holding your life together, but it just feels harder than it used to, stay with me for 5 minutes. On paper, you're fine. Your cycle's still normal, so perimenopause feels like it's something decades away. The women you hear talking about it seem to be in their late 40s, early 50s, so this can't be that. But perimenopause is not a binary switch. It's not the day you skip periods. It's a transition, gradual, subtle. And it often begins with a capacity shift. You don't bounce back the way you used to, your tolerance is lower, you snap over things that normally wouldn't bother you, your patience runs out by 3 p.m., you walk into a room and forget why you were here. Words disappear mid-sentence. You can still do it, but you're just exhausted by the end of it. If this kind of explanation helps you make sense of what you're experiencing, you can subscribe here. I share more of these 5-minute nuggets and longer conversations like this. So you tell yourself it's just stress, or it's just aging, or that you just need to get more organized. Because this month I'm looking at perimenopause through an Ayurvedic lens, here's the framework that clarified this for me. In Ayurveda, midlife gradually shifts us toward what is called Vata. Vata is the principle of movement in the body, and it tends to be dry, light, irregular, and easily overstimulated. When Vata rises, the same workload drains you more. You can still perform, but it costs more to do it. Sleep becomes lighter, stress lingers longer, noise feels louder, alcohol hits harder, you feel less able to just power through. For the high-functioning strainer, this is destabilizing because your identity is built on your competence, your ability to hold it all, to manage complexity, to deliver, to stay steady under pressure. You know how to organize, you know how to optimize, and you know how to push through. But this season does not respond well to force anymore. The strategies that build your competence were calibrated for a linear, constant output model that does not account for female physiology or for our cyclical rhythms. Your strategies need updating. If you don't recognize this as transition, you internalize it. The thoughts can sound like, I'm slipping, I'm not as sharp as I used to be, I shouldn't be this tired, I used to handle more than this. This shouldn't feel so hard. I need to get it together. And underneath it all isn't a fear of collapse. It's I can't afford to lose capacity. Not financially, not professionally, not in my family. There's no room in my life for reduced output. So instead of recalibrating, you compensate. You push a little harder, you tighten control, you tolerate less, you rest less. Because capacity dropping feels unacceptable. That's the real risk. Not that something will give, but that you will override the signal long enough that your body has to make it louder. Not panic, pressure. And that pressure is what keeps a high-functioning strainer in strain. When Vata rises, rhythm becomes strategic. Fueling becomes operational, and overstimulation becomes expensive. And yes, this season does ask you to slow down, but not in a collapse way, in an intelligent way. There's a principle in high-performance training. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. You learn when to press and when to recover, when to produce and when to restore. It's an upgraded way of operating. Less brute force, more precision. How would your life change if you saw midlife not as a decline, but as a system upgrade? If you understand that early, you don't panic, you recalibrate. And that is a very different posture. Perimenopause doesn't begin with hot flashes. It begins when your old strategies stop delivering the same return. If you recognize that early, you don't question your competence, you upgrade your operating system. If you want a deeper framework for what this Vata shift means and how to adjust your rhythm, fueling, and recovery accordingly, this month's interview with Daphne Myers expands on it. It's a more complete map of perimenopause through the Ayurvedic lens. If you want more support navigating this transition and not just understanding it, but living it differently, you can find more resources in my coaching work at ownyourbecoming.com. That's where this work continues.